Welcome back, everybody. I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and I think this is gonna be a bit different video than the ones that I had originally planned, and because a lot of shit has happened. In the beginning of the year, when I started this project, I wanted to make it like a diary, just said my shit and everything that was happening in my life and all this kind of stuff. But then I don't know, it kind of real to a different idea. I just got lazy and stopped doing a lot of things that I enjoy, that I wanted to do. So I just let this die. And last weekend, my sister texted me. I mean, we talk all the time, but she definitely texted me and she asked me why I stopped uploading. I don't know, it was like my goal to start this year, and actually I kind of started it, so I guess that was a good beginning, but then I stopped, which really sucked. So she asked me why. She gave me all these ideas. She like motivated me to keep pushing and going. So I was like, you know what? Fuck yes. If only one person believes in me, I will do it for that person. So that's why I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'll find the time and I'll find the motivation to keep this going. I I wanna do it out of respect for the people that believe in me. So there's that. And I wanted to talk about two things that happened this weekend. Uh, Today is Monday, March 7th. And there were two big sports events that happened. I don't know if it was like world news, but at least in the US and Mexico, they were big news. And they both kind of break my heart in different ways. So I want to speak about the first one, which was an UFC fight. Huge fan, huge following that sport has, and it's very entertaining to watch. I like it. I enjoy it. I like to practice it a little bit every now and then, hit the bag, all that kind of good stuff. And this weekend's event was, I'm not gonna throw names out there just because I don't feel like a lot of people know them, or maybe they do. Kobe Covington and Jorge Masvidal. And what really, I was very curious to see this, but at the same time, in the back of my head, something was telling me that it was not right. It was not right because if you've been following contact sports for a while, you might remember how, and this became more public knowledge in recent times, that Jorge used to do street fights in LA, if I'm not mistaken. LA or Miami, one of those two. And they would upload those fighting videos to YouTube before YouTube became this huge thing that it is now. So that's what he came from. And I remember watching his videos without knowing who he was until years later. So you get to watch these people's transformations, and his opponent, Kobe, he was a good friend of his, I think, and I believe of what I saw and read that they were best friends. So now watching them go at each other and hating, and I don't know if it was just a publicity stunt, it was just for the money, like entertainment. I don't know if they were for real. Like, to me, it looked like they were for real. And that's what broke my heart. Seeing two people that were best friends not too long ago just completely hating each other to the point that they will fight each other and trying to hurt each other. As I was watching the fight, I saw that, and this is just my personal perception, it might not be the real case, but it was just mine, that when any of them threw punches, they were holding themselves. They were being careful not to hurt their ex-friend, I guess you could call it. But at the same time, they were going at it. There was some love, but at the same time, there was some hate. And it was painfully entertaining to watch that. It was painful to me because I imagine myself in that situation, and I don't know if I would be able to do that. It's just I cannot imagine myself put into that situation and fighting someone that once meant someone so much to me as my best friend. You know, even if he is not my best friend anymore, I will not do that out of respect for a past friendship. But that's just me. I don't know. I hope I'm never in that situation. And it was an entertaining fight. It was cool to watch. I like it. I enjoyed it. But definitely left me this unpleasant taste about two good friends going at each other and hating each other. So that's the first one that I wanted to talk about. And the second one really, really, really broke my heart. Because it happened this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a big fan of football, or as the rest of the world call it, soccer. I mean, switch that shit. Soccer, and the rest of the world call it football. But anyway, that's besides the point. There was this football game in Mexico. I don't even know if it was what kind of. I don't know what it was. All I know is there was a football game. I don't follow the sport that much, but a lot of people that I work with does. And they were watching the game. They were showing the game at work, and they were invested in the game. And like, if I'm, I don't know, probably like 10 minutes before ending the game, a fight broke out. Like one team against the other side, and not the players, the fans. The fans started that shit, and it just became chaos. Like, pretty fucking bad. People started throwing shit at each other and just hating because of the shirt that they were wearing and the team that they were cheering for. And it became a bloodbath. Literally. There were people hurt pretty bad that had to be rushed to the hospital. There were people that needed to get carried outside. And worst of all, there were people who got killed. And that's really what got to me. Everyone was taking it lightly and they were laughing. They were like, shit, that's bad. You know, like, I don't know. I really felt ashamed that that will happen in my country. Because that doesn't represent me. Oh, fuck. Damn. I felt offended because I believe that this is the idea that the rest of the world, or at least here in the States, have about Mexican culture. Just violence, just senseless violence and killing and crazy people. And on top of that, I mean, I know it's a pretty dangerous country, but the fact that it was in a game, in a place in which you take your family, you go out with friends, your girlfriend, your wife, and you just go and have a good time. Enjoy your team, either win or lose. You have a good time at the end of the day. And it just took a 180-degree turn and went to the worst possible case scenario that I could have imagined ever. And honestly, I have never heard this bad news for a sport. Even for combat sports, I don't think it had ever been this bloody, especially for fans. Maybe for the players or the people participating in the game, but not for the people watching it. And the fact that I believe as of today there's a 20 body count of people that just got killed by punches. So these people beat up other people just because their team was losing. And I don't know the context of like what started the brawl. I'm not condoning the situation, but there is no fucking excuse. There is no excuse, and I'm deeply ashamed that that had to happen in my country. It just broke my heart to see all this pain and suffering in a moment in which should be filled with joy. They traumatized hundreds and hundreds of people that day by doing that. Many kids are gonna grow up hating football or being afraid to go to another game. women are gonna feel even more fragile and more unprotected. And it's just incredibly painful to see that this is the kind of shit that I guess in a way represents my country. Because it isn't. This is not who we are, and this is not what represents me. This is not my culture, this is not my people, this is not my beliefs. Just like a few years back when that cop killed George Floyd, that cop did not represent every single cop in America. These people do not represent every single person in Mexico. They never will, and they definitely are not doing it right now. So I just wish that it had a different outcome. I apologize to the fans, even though I'm not a fan. But if you were someone that was curious about it, and you feel offended by the game, and you feel attacked by it, not as a football fan, but as a Mexican, I apologize for this behavior. And like I said, I promise this is not who we are. This is not what represents us. And this is something that I wish will never happen again. I don't wish that kind of harm on anyone. I don't care what your beliefs are, what your race is, what your color is, what your sexual orientation is. I don't even give a fuck about what sport you support, what politician or political views you have. This should not have been the dead end. This should not have been the outcome. And I don't know. I just want to say that I'm very ashamed of that, and I want to tell everyone that this does not represent Mexico. This does not represent the people, the culture, or even the sports. This is just a few bad people doing bad shit. And they stained the flag and the name and the sport with blood that shouldn't have been spilled. So I wish nothing but the best to the families affected by it, and I hope that we leave this in the past and it doesn't happen again. I truly, truly wish that. So I guess we'll that close it, guys. This is just really sad. This is just sad to see the videos and to see the news and to watch all the pain that this caused. But we'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching, guys. Sorry if it went a little longer than usual, or if you got bored by it. You know, I'm trying to make this short so it's not that long. But thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Sometimes I feel unable to find things to talk about when it's just me against the camera. But we're working on it. We're definitely working on it, and we'll do our best to improve and to act upon it. I wish everyone a great weekend and a great week. And if you like sports, don't fucking go crazy about them, though. Please. Have a couple drinks, but don't get to the point that you have to feel that you have to attack someone just because they cheer for a different person or a different team. You're both enjoying the same game, just on different sides of the aisle. That's it. So thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment if you want to see something else, or if you didn't like something, and we'll keep at it. We'll keep at it, and we'll keep going. You know, we got this shit. We gotta stand strong and show our flag and support our people.